The next step to creating our HMI application is starting with, of course, an overview screen. So under Displays, we'll click on New, and we'll go ahead and click on the Save button and give our screen a name. So we're going to call this Process Overview. Okay, we'll right-click on the screen itself and change a couple of the default settings. So we'll go into Display Settings, and for Specify Size in Pixels, we need to first of all click on the radio button and then change the physical screen size to the values that we recorded in Lab 2. While we're into this particular screen, what I want to do is change the update rate of the tags on the screen. So we'll cursor down and change that to a value of 0.5 and say OK. So with the screen size changed, what I want to do is save that screen up. Okay, and as it mentioned, you have to close the screen and reopen it for these options to take effect. So we'll go ahead and close the screen, double click on it again to open it up, and then we'll maximize the screen itself. Next thing we need to do is bring in our wallpaper image. Okay, and in order to do that, I'm going to go up here to the image button that should be on your menu. And if you can't see it on your menu, what you could also do is go into the objects, if that shortcut's not there on the menu bar, go into Drawing and then select Image. So drag a box onto your screen, and it doesn't matter what size you create it at this point. Select Add from File. Okay, and now what you're going to need to do is drill into the file where you've stored your wallpaper image, or the folder I should say. Okay, so mine happens to be in the wallpaper folder. Make sure that you change the extension of the file you're looking for to a JPEG. Okay, I'm going to highlight that photo that I already saved as lab2 initials wall.jpg. Okay, it says it already exists in the project because I've been doing some testing, but we'll simply say yes to override it. Okay, and with it selected, you'll notice the width and height come in here based on what we originally specified, and we'll say OK. So our image is now imported into the project. Now what we need to do is move it up into the top left-hand corner of your HMI screen, and you'll notice at the bottom, by the time we're done, in the bottom right-hand corner, we should see that image aligned with the edges of our HMI screen as defined in the previous step. So the last thing that we need to do with this image is to apply it to the wallpaper so it becomes a physical background. That way, while we're moving our objects around on top, we won't inadvertently move this background image as well. Okay, so what we're going to do next is go into the Edit menu, scroll down to Wallpaper option, and say Convert to Wallpaper. And that's it. At this point, we now have a background image based on the one we created. Click on the Save button, and we're ready to move on to the next video that'll show you how to add some objects on top of your wallpaper, and then of course test them with your 3 processors. See you in a bit.